Eddie Griffin, who is, he had a big blow up at my club a year ago now. But Eddie wants you to buy a set of sneakers for every show. So if you have a book for 6 shows, 6 sets of sneakers. And they're
sneakers? What?
Sneakers.
What kind of sneakers?
Jordans, Nike Jordans, and all, it was always a specific demand.
Wow.
And the very first time he ever came in, and I don't mind telling the story because I'll never book Eddie Griffin ever again.
Yeah.
No, I never will. He did a bad thing to us at the club. And someday maybe he'll call me and apologize. I doubt that seriously. But if he does, great. But the thing that I did, and I look at the sneakers are $230.
Damn.
I'm not buying $1,400 worth of sneakers for a weekend.
I wouldn't even ask that of my boyfriend. I'd be like,
Chrissie, this is such an evil thing that I did. He came in, where are my sneakers? I go, oh man, Eddie. I went all over the tri-state area. No one had your size.
What size was he? Like a regular size?
He's like a size 6.5.
Oh, that's small.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'm just saying that because that would mean, he's small. But
he's small in the pants. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but whatever it was, and I just said I didn't have your size, and he was a little bit upset. But then he worked with us for years, and he would never remember. And I would do the same thing every time. I didn't have your size. I'm sorry. I was everywhere. You're such a popular size, and he would just accept it and move on. And that was about the craziest. Most of the guys, riders, are not too bad. There are guys that do what you said, though. They come in, 12 people. Give everybody menus.
Give them a Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah.
Yeah. And, that gets old. There aren't too many bad guys. They're mostly good guys. But it happens. It does happen. I lost my train there. We were having so much fun.
I'm curious to know if like what happened with Eddie was something with someone on the staff, or did he just like bomb a set or rude to you?
He was in Bridgeport one week, New Brunswick the very next week. And Bridgeport shows went fine. He was very arrogant the first night, and I was there the first night. And he had security guys. And he says, I walk in the green room. Hey, Eddie, how you doing? I'm Vinnie. Now, there's a guy I've known for 12 years, 15 years, whatever. It's been a long time. And his security guy, you can see his security guy's getting upset. And I go, yeah, I'm Vinnie, whatever. And the security guy goes, hey, just so you know, no girl servers are allowed to talk to Eddie. And I'm like, okay. And in my head, I thought to myself, well, something happened somewhere because I don't have that rule. Vinnie brand has no rule, right?
It's an odd rule.
That's a rule that, in my opinion, came about because somebody said something somewhere. So then the security guy, I go, all right, Eddie, the security guy goes, when anyone talks to Eddie, they'll talk to me, and then I'll relay it to Eddie, and the conversation goes through me. Now, I'm standing there, so Eddie's 3 feet this way, and the security guy's 3 feet that way. We're all in one little triangle. And I go, okay, is somebody talking? Is somebody approached Eddie? I mean, no one's been in the green room that I know of. And the guy goes, well, you're talking to Eddie right now. I go, so you want me to come in and go, tell Eddie I said hi, and then you're going to look at Eddie and say, Vinnie said hi, and Eddie's going to say, tell Vinnie I said hi, and you're going to back at me and you're going to say Eddie said hi, and he goes, everything has to go through me. I go, I'm not doing that.
That's insane. That's an insane rule.
It's a ridiculous request. Then a couple of things happen, and now I go into the green room. It's later on, and the guy goes, when the waiter only brings the food into the green room, he has to knock and then I'll admit them, even if we know the food's coming. So now I've had it, and I go, you know what? Eddie's sitting right there. I go, Eddie is one of the most important comics in the country, and I don't want anybody to take him off his creative role. So when you want food, you go out and you tell the waiter what he wants, and the waiter will bring it to you outside the room, and you can bring it to Eddie. He goes, that's not necessary. Yeah, I go. He goes, that's not necessary. I said, yes, it is. I'm not having my waiter come in here because it's a problem. Now,
really, that's a really good way to handle it.
What's that?
That was a good way to handle it.
Well, the rest of the weekend, I sent Derek up there, and I didn't go up. And Derek is really good with people. And Derek says, listen, I got to all calm down. It's all good. He comes to New Brunswick the next week. Eddie wants the music cranked up super loud, and he wants it overdriven. Well, I've been in business for 30 years. I have never blown an amplifier. The opening act goes up, African-American, which is important, does his job. Eddie's now getting introduced, and the guy's going louder, 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 louder. And when he did it so loud, it blew a fuse. And now the sound goes down.
Oh,
and Eddie storms off stage at the end of that first show and says, fuck this place, I ain't coming back. Now they call me, and I'm on the phone with his manager. I'm going, hey, this can't happen this way, blah, 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 blah. And we get him back for the second show. And I tell my manager, do not crank that music. Well, the road manager's going, I don't give a fuck. He ain't going on stage. Crank it, crank it. Derek says, okay, I'll crank it for 5 seconds. He cranked it, blows the fuse. He can't get it reset for 10 minutes. Eddie goes on stage and says, fuck Vinnie Brand. He's a racist. This motherfucker doesn't like black people. Everybody leave right now. Don't pay your fucking checks.
Whoa.
It goes viral. Everybody walks out. Eddie walks off. I call the manager. A whole brouhaha breaks out. Derek calls an electrician at 1 o'clock in the morning. He comes in at 8 a.m., rewires everything. We secure everything. Eddie will not work Saturday night. So we had, this is before COVID, we have 1,400 tickets sold and no artist. So what we did is we gave everybody free tickets for a show, and we got talent and I forget who else. I should know that. But they came into the show and people had a great time. But that's, that's a level of, calling me racist on stage is, and people that know me, they know I am not a racist. I don't have time to hate anybody.
It also sucks that you have to go out of your way to say that you're not a racist. Like, that's what actually, it just seems like such a, I don't know. It sucks that that's the time that we're living in, that you actually have to, anyone who's met you or worked with you can tell that. It's like, you shouldn't even have to say, everyone, I'm not racist. And it sucks. It's just yeah, don't blow out my amplifiers. Don't blow out the speakers.
Someone called me racist not long ago. And said that I said something on stage I never said. But I wouldn't react. And what I said is, my body of work speaks for itself. You believe whatever you want to believe. I don't control your emotions. I don't control your thought process. People that know me, they know the work I've done in charity. They know the work I've done helping young comics. They know the work I've done in my community. And they know that I have helped every manner of human being. And so, my rule is say what you want. Believe what you want. You want to believe the words of somebody that doesn't know me? That's your prerogative. But my body of work speaks for itself. As a human, as a producer, as a comic. And I also say that as a society, as an individual, we always want to get better. So I will never say that I never made a mistake, a misogynist joke, whatever, that I wouldn't do today. But the goal of my life is to always get better.